If you've been running Facebook ads for any period of time, you've probably seen notifications on Facebook stating that Apple is going to be releasing an update to their iOS 14 operating system. So how will Facebook ads be impacted by the iOS 14 update? Is this the end of Facebook ads for real estate agents? Take a look. Hey everyone, Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. If you're brand new to our channel, welcome. We're so glad you're here. What we're all about is helping real estate agents just like you generate more leads, set more appointments, and close more transactions. So if you're after more leads, appointments, transactions, this is the place to be. Please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here as part of our community. Now, before I get going, down in the description below, you'll notice a link to our Facebook Masters class. It is 2 hours chock full of all of our best practices of what we're doing to generate leads, turn the leads into appointments, and get more transactions out of that. So it's totally free, 2 hours of your time well spent. Highly recommend going and checking that out. Now, in today's video, what we're talking about is how will Facebook ads, the iOS 14 update, impact what you're doing. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you've been running ads on Facebook for any period of time, you've been noticing those notifications pop up that are saying, hey, Facebook ads is going to be having an update, et cetera, et cetera. So one of the questions a lot of people have been asking me is, Kevin, is this going to be the end of Facebook ad for realtors on Facebook? And so let me begin today's video with just a blanket statement. For 99% of you agents who are running ads on Facebook, the impact will be next to zero and very, very minimal. Yes, you heard me say that correctly. The impact for you will be next to zero, and if it does impact you, it's going to be very, very minimal. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and go deeper and talk about the details of why this is and what you can do to prepare and make sure that you're all ready for this update so that you're getting the best results out of your ads. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here real quick. So this is the notification. If you are an Apple user, if you use Apple computer, Apple, an iPhone, an iPad, any of those things, then with the new update, there's this message that's popping up. Allow Facebook to track your activity across other companies' apps and websites. Now, what it's talking about here is Facebook has a pixel. The Facebook pixel is just tracking code. It's code that you can install on your website. It works very similarly to website cookies in the sense that you can just install that. You can track all kinds of things going on. And so this notification that's popping up here, where people can either opt in or opt out of it, is saying, yes, go ahead and let Facebook track what I'm doing. In other words, monitor the pixel, or not. Now, everybody was freaking out about this, saying, well, of course people are going to say, don't allow them to track me. Everyone's forecasting that most people are going to say, don't do this. But here's the thing, right? So a couple things. Number one, this is only for iPhone users. So anybody who's Android or any of the other cell phone providers besides Apple, this is going to not impact those people. So this is only for those who are iPhone users. And don't get me wrong, there's a fair amount of those throughout the United States. Last number I saw was like 45%, something like that. So it is a fairly significant amount of the population. However, what it's asking is, can they track what's going on various websites? So here's the thing. Facebook has a style of ad called a conversion ad. Let me pull this up. So in your ad account, if you were to create an ad, so if you were to create this ad, you'll notice that there's an option for conversion. Now, in order to paint this picture in a way that you can understand what's happening here, let's forget real estate for a moment and just put that to the side. And let's talk about like a retail business or an e-commerce business. They're the ones that are going to be way more impacted by this change than real estate agents. So with a conversion ad, what you can do is you can track what's going on. So as you can see, the little pop-up here, it says, show your ads to people most likely to take valuable actions like making a purchase, adding payment info on your website, app, or in Messenger. Okay, now, if you are if you're an e-commerce company, let's say you sell products on your website. So you would run an ad on Facebook that would be a conversion ad, and then you would have one tracking code on the landing page that you're sending people to. So you've got your ad on Facebook. If people like what they see there, they're going to click and it's going to take them to your website with a page of all the information about that product, right? Because that's what you're selling. If they like what they see, they can click the add to cart button, right? And now they've got their shopping cart, and then they can click checkout, and then they can enter in all their payment information, and then they can hit complete, and then they get to a thank you page after they've made their purchase. So think about all those steps along the way, right? The page view of the product itself, adding to cart, checking out, payment information, and then finally the thank you page after they've made their purchase, right? There's a lot of steps along the way. So with a conversion ad, what you can do is you can put specific tracking mechanisms with each of those events. So I can say track the people who have viewed the product. And then I can say track the people who have said add to cart. And I can track the people who have put in payment information, and so on until I get to the end where they get to the thank you page and the purchase is complete. Okay, that is what a conversion ad is for, right? So what this is saying with the message right here is that Facebook, you're either allowing people to have that information to track what's going on at all those stages of the website or not, right? That's what's happening here. So if you are running conversion style ads like this, where you're tracking page views and shopping carts and so on, this is severely going to impact you, and there's some steps you need to do to take care of that. Now, for, like I said, 99% of you who are real estate agents, chances are you are not running a conversion ad, right? You're just probably not. Most of the ads that I set up for my clients, especially if we're trying to generate brand new leads, we're setting up lead generation ads where they click on the ad, there's a form that pops up, and we're capturing contact information right on Facebook. It's never taking them to your website to do that. So if you're running that style of ads, this update isn't going to impact you in any way, shape, or form, right? So like I said, for the people who are going to be impacted is where you're driving people to your website and trying to do everything right there from your site. If you are generating leads on Facebook, which is a lot of the tutorials and things that I show you, this won't impact you at all. Where it will impact you is you may have a pixel installed on your website where you're tracking people that are going there. You may have a minor effect there. But since most of the stuff is being done here on Facebook, again, not going to impact you at all. The other reason that it's really not going to impact you is most of you, if you have a website for your business, you probably have a website with a back-end CRM, right? Database where people can register on your site and they can create a profile and they can say, you know, I'm looking for 4-bed, 3-bath, this price range. And so they can create searches within your website. And most of those websites that have that kind of functionality also have tracking mechanisms built in, where it will track how many properties they've looked at and what price ranges and what areas. So since it's tracking all of those things, the need for pixels to track searches and all of these things, it's unnecessary because your software is handling it within your website. So again, to a large extent, most of this update, if you're running your business the way that we teach people, your impact is going to be so minimal, frankly, it's not even worth talking about. If you are super concerned and you do use your website to more like an e-commerce where you're sending people to a landing page and asking them to fill that out, and then you're tracking who went there and who filled it out. I mean, if you're doing all those steps, that would be a conversion style ad as to why you would do that. Then yes, this will impact you. So what you'll need to do in that case, you'll notice right here in your resource center, it talks about preparing for the changes that are coming soon with the iOS 14 update. Now, you'll notice that what those changes consist of is right here. It consists of updating the conversion events. So again, you can have events for page views and leads and shopping carts and payment information and so on and so on. So there's limitations about how many of those that you can track, and then it's asking you to set those up for each of the websites that you have connected to your account. If you haven't verified your domain name, it'll also ask you to do that. So here's the great news. Again, for 99% of you who are watching this video, right, most of this doesn't impact you at all because you're probably doing a lead form on Facebook, capturing the data there, and then sending them to your website afterwards, right? In that case, that's a lead generation ad. You're not going to be doing conversion ads. It's not going to matter to you. So again, you can totally breathe a sigh of relief. This is why, in my opinion, the iOS 14 update for Facebook ads for real estate agents, again, if you're doing business the way that I'm talking about, this is going to be a non-event for you. So basically, it's great news for those who are uninformed because they're probably going to stop advertising. That creates a greater opportunity for the rest of us. And again, this is why it helps to be informed. So my advice to you is that this is business as usual. Impact is going to be next to nothing. It may impact some of the people that you're picking up through your pixel, with the retargeted ads that we would run. But that's about the extent of the impact that it's going to have on you. And again, this is only going to be for the portion of people who are iPhone users. So with that, that is what I would advise you need to know about the Facebook ads iOS 14 update. Like I said, this is kind of going to be like Y2K. It's going to be the thing that everybody got excited about and was kind of a non-event. So that is my take on what you need to do and how to be ready, which really isn't much, for the iOS 14 update. So hopefully you found that helpful. If so, make sure you take that split second, click the thumbs up button down below. We appreciate that. That's just a signal to YouTube that you like the information that we put out, and again, we appreciate your support. If you haven't considered subscribing to our channel, please do. We put out brand new videos like this every single week. And so click the subscribe button. There will be a little bell notification. Click that as well. And you'll be notified anytime we put out brand new content, like I said, every single week. I'll also put up a couple videos right here that you can check out. Just more tips, more strategies on how to grow your business. And then lastly, if you want more information about the services and the marketing that we do for real estate agents, you'll find out more information down in the description below. So go check that out. Other than that, that's it. Make it a great week. Keep crushing it with your real estate business. As always, if we can help, please let us know. Otherwise, we will talk to you soon. Take care. Talk to you soon.